This podcast contains discussions of mature themes, including violence, which may not be suitable for all audiences. Please proceed with caution. Listener discretion is advised.
Happy Halloween, Dark Talkers. I'm Dan. I'm here with James and Paul for this special Halloween episode of Dark Talk. How's it going, guys?
Very well, thank you.
Good evening. I'm feeling very spooky.
Good.
I've got my spooky ghost cup that I always drink out of, and I got my Halloween t-shirt on. So I'm feeling very spooky myself.
Nice.
James, take that mask off. You're too scary.
Oh, okay. Oh, hang on.
Oh, what? That was your real face? Oh my god.
Bastard.
So, special Halloween bonus episode. Can you believe it's been a year since we started this podcast?
I was thinking about this today, and then I was thinking about how it kind of started as, let's watch the Halloween films and talk about them whilst drunk. And then I was kind of cringing at, I don't know, some of the stuff I probably said a year ago. That was only a year ago. It feels longer than that. Oh my God. Now I'm drinking a non-alcoholic beer.
And I'm having a cup of tea.
And I'm having a cup of coffee. Although I have got 2 pint cans in the fridge that I was going to drink. But there's no point. Drinking 2 is like drinking none. Do you know what I mean?
The mantra of all alcoholics. I'm with you on that. I'm not judging you. That's how I feel. So
I mean, it tastes nice, but so does coffee. So I'll just drink coffee.
Yeah. So what have you guys been up to since we did our last episode, which was the Truman Show? Bit of a serious episode last episode. This one's going to be a bit more light-hearted, I think.
Yeah.
It was a serious episode, wasn't it? I think, Paul, you were like in your element, and Izzy's like been talking about it. She's listened to that episode, and she's been coming up with ideas and stuff of like why certain things happen in the film. And then our friend of the podcast, Dan McNulty, watched Truman Show after listening to the podcast, which I was very surprised about. Dan, if you're listening, hello.
Tim, if you're listening, hello.
For anyone who doesn't know who Dan McNulty is, he is the nastiest man in the world.
You could switch out that Dr. Loomis speech about how evil Michael Myers is and just replace the name. You'd have a pretty good, accurate description of the other Dan, yeah.
I can imagine just his granddad being like, I watched him since he was 8 years old, nothing in the eyes. They told me there was nothing left. No conscious, no reason.
So what have you been doing? What have you watched? What have you seen, either of you?
I have watched 3 films. So I watched Labyrinth a couple of weeks ago. One of my childhood favourites. My missus has never seen it before, so we watched that. We also watched...
She strikes me as the exact type of person who would have seen Labyrinth and have that as be one of her favourite films. That's very surprising to me.
Yeah, she's a Bowie it's just like it's never been there for her, really. But she really liked it. Wow. So, I mean, it's a great film, isn't it? Gets a bit mental towards the end. But we also watched a film that she's never seen before, which is one of my childhood favourites as well, Hocus Pocus.
And she's not seen that
I've never seen it.
No.
I've never seen that.
You've never seen Hocus Pocus?
No.
Holy shit. I've seen it twice this week. So, I sent you both a poster for the new Running Man. I was in the cinema at the time, so I was watching Hocus Pocus for the second time.
Oh, sick, you went to the cinema to watch it.
Yeah, I watched it at home on Sunday, and I watched it in the cinema on Tuesday. Not like by choice. I was working, so I don't work in a cinema. I'm not a window cleaner. IT crowd. What else? Oh, and I watched The Thing as well the other day, so that was nice. And this film, Trick or Treat. So I've had a good few. Nice. I usually try and watch a film a day in October, all horror, all spooky, all Halloweenish, but I haven't been able to recently. So I've got a few films that I want to watch. I try and watch Ginger Snaps every Halloween. Try and watch both Addams Family films, Casper sometimes, and obviously a few of the main Halloween films. So I've got another 10 days. Or is it meant to be Halloween on the pod now? So, I don't know.
Oh, yes. By the time this is released, it will be October 31st. So cheers for peek behind the fourth wall there, Paul. Inside baseball, everybody.
Meta.
James, what have you seen?
I watched the new Matthew McConaughey film, The Lost Bus.
Oh, right.
That came out. It was about the true story about the fires in California that was caused by an electrical company. And then this bus driver saved a load of kids from a school because they couldn't get out. Pretty good. Very enjoyable to watch. Like, kind of like, what did you say the other day? It was like Speed 2, but in a bus instead of a boat. What's that from?
It's an old Simpsons gag, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Yeah, but I've been sucked into The Traitors celebrity.
There we go.
I've been watching it as well.
It's sick. It's so good.
Have you never seen any of the standard Traitors?
I've seen a couple of episodes, maybe when I've watched them around when you've been watching it or something, but I've never sat through and actually been invested in it. But now, like, we're watching that at the moment.
I think I watched about the first 4 episodes of it, so I am a bit behind. But yeah, it's always fun, The Traitors.
There's only been 5 episodes, I think.
What have you been watching, Dan?
I'm glad you asked, James. So I came down to Cardiff last week, and me, you, and Izzy watched Heat together.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
You forgot about that already, yeah?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah, Heat was pretty good. We kind of put on about 4 or 5 different films and watched the first 20 minutes of it, and then kept turning it off because we couldn't decide what we wanted to watch. So, yeah. I think Heat was on for the longest until one of us remembered Place Beyond the Pines, and we were like, oh, quick, get that on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is the film where you do only watch the first 20 minutes, anyway.
Yeah, I really liked Izzy's review of Heat on Letterboxd. It was, why do all these horrible men keep coming home to shout at their gorgeous wives? Which is basically the plot of the film. Otherwise, horror-wise, I've watched not a lot, really. I watched, me and Paula were covering Black Mirror for the Patreon, which is patreon.com/darktalkpod. You can listen to all episodes for free now. You don't even have to be a member. They're just there for anyone to play and download, probably. So there you go. There's my plug. Yeah, so we've been covering Black Mirror. So whenever I see something that's got an optimistic ending now, I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? This isn't like Black Mirror. Also watched The Strangers Chapter 2. I'm invested in it now because I went to the cinema to watch the first one, and now I'm stuck with wanting to know what happens, even though it is dog shit. It's awful. Terrible. Oh, God, what a bad film. But yeah, if you get a chance to watch it, don't, I guess. But yeah.
Nice.
That's about it, really. That's about it, media-wise, for me.
Nice. I am going to see the new Paul Thomas Anderson film next week in the cinema.
Is that thing with Leonardo DiCaprio in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody's giving it amazing reviews, so I'm hoping that it's going to be sick.
Right. Dark talkers, let's get on with the film and talk dark. So, gents, we are here tonight to discuss Trick or Treat, released in 2007, directed by Michael Dougherty, starring Dylan Baker, Anna Paquin, Brian Cox, and a ton of other people that I'm not going to name here. So, Paul, this was your suggestion. It's not a dealer's choice, just a suggestion for a Halloween episode. So, this was a first-time watch for me and James. So, when did you first see this film?
So this film was made in 2007, and it had a couple of cinema viewings for like events and stuff like that. But then it actually didn't get a wide release, and then it was released 2 years later straight to video. So its real sort of release date was like 2009 essentially, and then it's just created a cult following from there. So I probably saw it, I would say 2011 or something like that. But in around 2015, I watched it again and decided I am watching this every Halloween. So I do. This is the second time I've seen it in the last month, I'd say. Not that I don't love it like that. It just happens to be a film I've seen twice this month, you know what I mean? But yeah, probably I saw it quite early, and then I just watch it every year because I just love it. I love the feel of it, you know.
'Tis the season to watch it, really. Yeah, I got to say I really enjoyed the aesthetic of this film. It makes Halloween seem like the best night on earth. It's just this huge party, and everyone is in full costume, and the entire town is just like all partying. It just looks great. I wish I was there. Well, no, I don't, because loads of bad shit happens, but otherwise I wish I was there.
It kind of reminds me of the town from Hocus Pocus, you know, Salem. Because it is, those two films are just the most Halloween looking films. It include Halloweeners as well, but like just everywhere there's just like leaves, and the suburbs. It's very similar to the aesthetic of Halloween as well, you know, but like the suburbs with the leaves and just decorations everywhere, big parade. It's just, I get the feeling from Halloween that people get from Christmas, and watching something something like this is like the equivalent of like how people feel when they watch like Home Alone and Love Actually and shit like that. You know what I mean? So.
Love Actually. Yeah, I mean, I love the aesthetic of this, and like in America, like I think Halloween is like the biggest night of the year for retail and sales and things like that after Christmas, because it's a huge thing. But I was thinking about Halloween in this country, the UK. Now, over the past sort of 20 years, it's become like this massive popular thing where you're sort of catching up. But do you remember like Halloween when we were in school? It was just like throwing eggs at the passing bus and just all kinds, just being little.
Yeah, it was like the purge.
It was more like the purge. It was. I remember one night it was absolute fucking chaos. We all got like a bunch of masks and we got as many eggs as we possibly could, and we went round egging every single house in the entire village. And we were playing knock and gnome as well, or knock and don't run as we used to call it, and just like standing in people's gardens. I remember like we were knocking on one house and some lad just launched an egg from the other side of the street straight into their house, and it was just fucking chaos. It was amazing. And that wasn't even the worst year that we had. As Dan said before, throwing eggs at buses, that turned out really bad one year for some people.
Yeah, less said about that one. You know, like in the couple of days leading up to Halloween, you get these people trick-or-treating, not wearing any costumes, just like trick-or-treat. Just like random people asking for money. You remember that, don't you, Paul? That's the thing that happened, isn't it?
It used to, yeah. Just like scroungy people, yeah. No, what are you? I'm a jogger, you know.
I'm a scally.
Yeah.
No, I remember there was one time, so obviously like we all used to hang out in the same area, but obviously there's 5 years difference between us, so obviously the shops in the area that we used to hang out had caught on about the egg in every Halloween and stuff like that. So I remember once we tried to go into one shop and buy some eggs, and they obviously said no, they're not selling them. So then we convinced one of our friends, I won't say his name, but he was like, right, you're gonna have to go in there because they know your mum, she's a teacher, and you're gonna have to buy the ingredients for a whole cake. So we got in and bought like all this ice and sugar and candles and stuff like that. And I think he got to the checkout and they were like, you can have everything, but we can't sell you the eggs. And to save face, he had to buy all the stuff. Oh, God. Oh, so funny.
That is very funny.
But yeah, that's what Halloween is like in Wales, I guess.
Do you know what? If you'd have let me know that time, I could have told you where there's probably about 24 eggs stashed, and with a screen.
A cachet of eggs.
They're probably still there. It was after the bus incident, and everybody hid their eggs and masks and stuff, and I hid I had this screen mask that you could pump blood into the face. And I hid that and my eggs in the deepest part of this bush, and I bet you they're still there because there's no need for anyone to ever go in that bush, and it's too far in the middle for it to ever be cut or trimmed. They're still there, I swear. The most rotten eggs ever.
Probably. Yeah.
With my screen mask. I might go look for
Can you imagine how that must smell?
Sticks of rotten
I
eggs.
want to have like probably like Quick Save branded eggs or like Safeway or something that isn't around anymore as well.
Summerfield eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Trick or Treat 2007. So this film it's sort of like a hybrid between an anthology horror film like VHS or Creepshow, but it's also a bit like Pulp Fiction and 11/14 where all the events take place within the same location and all the characters share the same universe, which is a really good idea for a Halloween film, I think. Like all the chaos that goes on Halloween night. Yeah. Very interesting idea.
So the film opens with pictures from a comic book, and the idea was a comic book was going to come out at the same time, so people could buy the comic and read it, and it did eventually come out. I was trying to find this information last night. It was either 2011 or 2015 or both. Yeah, and it looks really good. The artwork is sick, so I'm going to hunt it down and try and get it so I can...
It gave me very Halloween Kills vibes, this film, you know, like you're saying, like going from different stories in the town. and all that sort of stuff, which is the bit about that film that I really do like. That it is like it's more about the town than one particular set of characters. So that was another reason why I thought this was really good.
Yeah, so we get our first story, which is a pre-credit sequence. So we meet this married couple, Emma and Henry, who have been out at a Halloween party, and she's dressed as like a giant robot from a Rob Zombie video. Like she's this like nuts and bolts tin can cardboard box thing, and I don't know what he's meant to be. Is he meant to be like Dr. Frankenstein or something? He's got this like, he's almost dressed like a gimp, because later on he uses that as some sort of sex toy on his face, doesn't he?
I thought he was like a knight with just like a cheap sort of fake leather armor kind of thing.
Like a Zorro-y sort of.
Is that what it is? Oh.
I don't know, to be honest.
He's completely half-assed it either way though, isn't
he? Yeah. And considering she's the one that doesn't like Halloween, she's put way more effort into her costume.
He's definitely built that for her. That's why his costume's like slacking.
Yeah, maybe. Put all of his time and effort into her robot costume, and I'd just be like, oh fuck, what about me? I'll wear my gimp clothes.
All those Weetabix boxes he's saving it. Well, I don't know if they have Weetabix in the US.
Lucky Charms. Yeah, so Emma is not in the spirit of Halloween, and she demands that Henry take down all the decorations this instant, which to me seems a bit unreasonable. Like, it's not even like 10 o'clock. And she's like, right, everything's got to come down right now. And he just wants to go into the house and jack off to his VHS porno tape that he's got. What is this thing? She's like, okay, babe, you can put the tape on. And he's like, thanks. He runs in. Like, where did he get this thing?
I thought she was going to be like, he's like a tape of them two, and I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty, you know.
I know, and it's the most vanilla milquetoast porno you've ever seen. It's like, what's
milquetoast?
It's like the 10-minute preview on the Fantasy Channel.
Yeah. Or the Babe Station.
Yeah, so Emma decides if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. So she opts to take down all these Halloween decorations, and as she does it, she is stalked by an unseen presence, which we are first led to believe that the stalker is this man in a white mask who is staring across the road at her. But it is a fake out. This is just some Ben Tramer dude who's just waiting for his bros to come pick him up for the party.
If she's willing to like spend all night out there, like taking all those things down at night and stuff like that, she is doing anything not to shag her fella.
So we also see her blow out the candle in the jack-o'-lantern, which is a big no-no for this film, and it goes against one of the 4 big rules of Halloween, which we'll find out later on. Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens in the end, because we will be revisiting these characters. But for now, so Emma continues to tear down these scarecrow ghost decorations, and she is eventually jumped by an unseen force from under one of the sheets, and torn to shreds and dragged around up the garden. Henry finishes his wank, and he goes outside to look for Emma and discovers that she's been murdered and made into a Halloween scarecrow ghost. Oh my god.
I gotta say, when he pulls the cover off, her face actually is fucking terrifying. Has she got like a giant lollipop shoved in her mouth?
Yeah. Oh, is that what it is?
In her mouth, it's like that. And she's like staring into the camera.
It's actually a weapon that we'll see later on that somebody in this film uses.
Yeah. So we mentioned the credits. We get a bunch of EC comic style graphics, which I think look really nice.
Yeah, they like set the tone for the film as well, because I was like, I've never seen this film before, so I wasn't really sure what to expect. Yeah. And I think it's like a nice sets the tone to the film.
Did you two look up anything about the film before you went into it?
No, literally.
Just that it was like an anthology, I guess. Well, yeah, sort of an anthology.
All I was going to say was, and I don't think I did tell you, just don't look anything up about it, just go into it blind and see what you think, you know.
Yeah.
Like we say, these credits, they do, you said, James, the credits do set the tone, because this film is very cartoony. It's very, this could have been a kid's film, I think. You still could tone the violence down a bit, and it's definitely like a kid's Halloween film.
It's a very black comedy, though. I mean, I know what you mean. It could be like a Goosebumps film or something, if you turn the violence completely down, turn down the very dark humour and implications of some of the characters.
Stick Jack Black in there and
Yeah. Get rid of the boobs and stick Jack Black in, and
oh god, that sounds awful.
That is just the first Goosebumps film.
Yeah, so most of these stories all converge and happen simultaneously, so I'm going to try and take us through this story by story, because these don't all have. It's not like a traditional anthology film where somebody tells the ghost. You know, like in a Are You Afraid of the Dark episode where somebody tells one story and then somebody tells another. This is all some stuff that's happening at the same time. So certain characters intermingle and spot each other and speak to each other and knock shoulders. So we'll just sort of go through each story separately. So for the first story, we meet this greedy Augustus Gloop kid named Charlie, and he commits the cardinal sin in any Halloween movie when he takes more than one piece of candy from a bowl that specifically states, please just take one. This motherfucker. So he deserves what happens to him.
He's also walking down the street knocking the jack-o'-lanterns off the fence. I was like, who's this guy think he is? Billy Corgan?
Okay, now you. Very good.
How long have you been planning to say that?
About.
Is that why you suggested
about 10 years?
Yeah, so Charlie's interrupted with his candy stealing when the house owner, Principal Wilkins, turns up, and he is played by Dylan Baker, who is Dr. Kirk Connors from Spider-Man.
Yes,
he's also in that film that I watched, I think it was last year, or the beginning of this year, Leroy, Texas.
He is, yeah. He's the... I'm not going to say who he is.
Do you know what? Now you mentioned Leroy, Texas, I think when you told us to watch it, you described it as like, it's a bit like Fargo, that kind of thing, Coen Brothers type thing. Has Dylan Baker ever been in any of the Fargo? Because he seems like
he's got that vibe about him, isn't he?
Who should be in Fargo.
He should be the TV version of William H. Macy's character.
Yeah. That's what I was just going to say. Yeah. He's the fake William H. Macy. I always get him I'm like, oh, it's William H. Macy's older brother.
Do you know what film?
Like he should be in that sphere of.
Do you know what film I first ever saw him in? And I absolutely did not believe it was him when I went back and rewatched it. You ever seen Trains, Planes and Automobiles?
No, I don't think I've ever seen it. No.
Either the late 80s, the early 90s. He's in that and he plays like
Is
a
that
redneck.
John Candy?
John Candy and Steve Martin, yeah. It's the absolute ultimate Thanksgiving film. We don't have many Thanksgiving films. He plays like this nerdy, skinny redneck who's just like, he looks pretty gross and he's meant to look gross and just doesn't look like him at all. He's really good. Yeah, so Principal Wilkins sits with Charlie on the porch and he explains the history of Halloween and its original meaning, like he's Cochran from Halloween 3. And like Cochran from Halloween 3, he's a bad guy as well, because he also helpfully explains that Halloween has a tradition of poisoning candy as a trick, and this kid, Charlie, has been poisoned, and he vomits up like literal buckets of blood. This is such a gross out moment. He's like, this thick black tar is coming out of him.
I thought he would have had a razor blade in his mouth, is what I thought. But yeah, this is way more like Willy Wonka comedy, and just the amount that comes out is so funny. It's
a bit like Scary Movie levels of
yeah.
Guest House Paradiso.
That's one of the other rules, is always check your candy as well, which he says to.
So Wilkins is burying this kid in the back garden when he is interrupted by a barking dog, and to distract the dog, he like shovels off the kid's finger and tosses it to the dog. He's like, hey boy. And I actually found this bit quite disturbing because Charlie is actually still alive in the grave.
Yeah.
And he's like struggling to get out, and Wilkins is having a conversation with his neighbour, Krieg, who we will meet more in depth later on. And he actually just bludgeoned this kid to death in the grave, and it's pretty gross.
I thought the same. I was literally like watching it, and then he like kicks him in the face, doesn't he, or something like that. And then I was like, fucking hell, that's quite bad for a film that I would put on maybe with like a younger relative, I guess. And then he's just booting this kid to death. Jesus.
It's played for laughs as well. So he's like, he's like the distracted neighbour's there, and he's like, sorry, Mr. Whatever, and he's like just turning around and stamping on this child's head, who is in a grave, and he's just poisoned him almost to death. And it's like Mr. Bean levels of comedy, like It's like
that's another bit, isn't it, when he's dragging him inside and then the kids knock on the door and they're like, oh, nice costume, principal thingy, and he's like, oh yeah, the costume.
Oh yeah, the buckets of blood I'm covered in. Yes, thank you. Thanks, kids. As this is all going on, Wilkins is constantly being interrupted by his own kid, who is this little asshole who keeps shouting out the window and badgering him to do activities with him. Halloween. He's like, Dad, Charlie Brown's an asshole, and just constantly just going on. And he's like, shut up, son, I'm murdering someone. So when he goes back into the house, Wilkins he picks up a knife and he's like looking at it menacingly, and he leads his kid ominously down into the basement like he's gonna pull a Chris Benoit, but it's a fake out, and he stabs. It looks like he stabs.
Can't put that in.
Oh, come on, it's been
You can't just make that joke and just carry on talking. Like, we're not going to react. Fucking hell.
Jesus.
Yeah, so he it looks like he's going to go and kill his kid by stabbing him in the head, but it's a fake out, and he does stab one kid in the head, but he's got the head of Charlie from before on a plate, and they are a loving father and son murdering duo who aren't carving a pumpkin, they're carving Charlie's head. That's the twist for this one.
For me, because obviously, again, like, I've never seen this, and then when he sat down with the kid and gave him the candy, I was like, nah, surely that's not going to happen, and he did it. And then he goes downstairs and it fakes, he's like, stabs the head, and you're like, oh, like, has he killed his son? But it holds on the shot for so long, and I was like, fucking hell, he's only gone and done it.
He's only bloody...
It's just like, didn't know what to expect.
He raises the knife as well, which was clean a second ago, and now it's got blood on it, so you are completely led to believe that he has just stabbed his own.
Yeah, well, that's how he got me as well, because I thought, right, the knife's going to come up and it's obviously just going to be pumpkin juice on it and it's blood, and I was like, oh no, he has done it. And then yeah, you got me, film, you got me. So for story number 2, we'll go with the kids in the quarry. Yeah, so we meet this bunch of trick-or-treaters, the pirate, the angel, the alien, and the dude with the skull mask, and they all meet this witch. What?
Why are pirates called pirate?
Go on.
The term pirate comes from the Greek word pirati, meaning a brigand, or one who attempts something, which later evolved through Latin into the English word. The word's origin lies in the idea of attempting or undertaking an action, which came to specifically mean engaging in robbery, particularly at sea.
You should have kept that for the trivia.
Because they are!
Yeah, so we meet the pirate, the angel, the alien, and the dude with the skull mask. They all meet the witch, who is a newcomer to their group, and they decide to go to this Halloween Goonies-style adventure at this haunted quarry, where the angel recounts the legend of the Halloween school bus massacre. And Paul, do you want to walk us through this school bus massacre?
So,
the Texas school bus massacre.
So we cut to the girl who's dressed like the angel, the leader of the group, the not so nice, probably bully, probably a psycho leader of the group, tells the rest of the group a story. We cut to a flashback scene of a school bus, and now this is the only scene that we get in daytime, and it's very sepia, autumny looking and very grainy. Really cool. I like it. And it tells the story of 8 school children who have disabilities and have bad behaviours, and because it's a shitty folklore story, they refer to the children using derogatory terms. I won't say those. And obviously because they have disabilities, their parents don't like them, which is also part of the folklore thing. So they have to go to a special school which is far out of town, so their parents don't get embarrassed by them. For some reason they're all restrained on this bus with chains, which is just insane.
That seems unnecessarily cruel to me.
Yeah. I mean, one of them does get up and drive the bus himself, so maybe it's for a reason, but it's definitely not lawful, at least not these days. The very, very cool thing about these 8 children is they have homemade Halloween masks and costumes which look fucking awesome and very terrifying. If you Google old pictures of Halloween or old Halloween costumes, you'll see a lot of stuff like this, homemade stuff, because everything's bought nowadays, isn't it? So you can get the perfect Michael Myers mask for 20 quid on eBay or whatever. But back then you'd have to build your own mask, which I love. I love the thought of that. So anyway, they've all got these creepy ass Halloween masks, and it turns out that the parents of these children have had enough, and they have paid the bus driver to drive the bus with them inside off a quarry into... I was going to call it a lake. It probably is classed as a lake, but it's a giant bit of water, killing the kids, and that is his plan. So as he gets...
they've crowdfunded this. They've all put their money together to pay the driver.
Yeah.
What a ridiculous plan.
They've gone 8s on it. So, probably 16ths, because they've probably got 2 parents each, maybe. I don't know. Not everyone has. I haven't even thought about step parents. They could have gone 37. What if their grandparents chipped in?
I was just going to say, what if the grandparents would get involved in this like GoFundMe murder that they've got going on?
It could have been like 64th with the step parents as well. Anyway, they've all put in to pay the bus driver to drive the bus off the cliff, killing the children.
It's not funny, but it is.
It's not.
It's so stupid.
So as they approach the quarry type thing, the bus driver stops the bus. He gives them all sweets to probably distract them. Checks all their restraints, and one of the children, who's dressed like a vampire Dracula, is on the bus. Why is this so funny? Is it? Is it me? So he has noticed that they've gone the wrong way, and he keeps repeating "wrong way, wrong way." So he is the. So
it's just it's just the image of the Dracula kid just driving the bus. Sorry. Oh God.
So as he's checking the kids, he gets towards the end of the bus. He's already past the Dracula kid. He's checking the rest of the kids to make sure that they're locked in with their chains. And the Dracula kid slips out of his restraints, gets behind the wheel, and drives the bus off the cliff with the driver inside, potentially, but not actually, killing the driver along with them. We do see that the driver gets out of the bus and swims out alive, and all of their masks float up to the surface of the water mass. And that is the end of the flashback.
Sorry.
Fucking hell. That was so hard to get. Now I know what it feels like when I start laughing and you're talking.
Just the bus driver turns around, the Dracula kid is sitting in the chair. It's like a cartoon. Oh, man. Oh, sorry. So sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah, so the bus goes off the cliff into the lagoon or whatever it is, and all the kids drown. The bus driver does escape in the flashback, but we don't see him ever again, do we? I thought he was going to come back for... do we see him? All right. Who is the bus driver? Is it the principal?
What's he got on his hand when he gets out of the water?
He's got the ring, doesn't he?
Mm.
What have I just missed then? Who is he?
You'll have to wait till the end and we'll tell you.
Yeah.
You should have been paying attention.
Oh, right. Fuck, yeah. Okay, yeah. I got it now. Okay.
Sure, yeah. He's like this. I've got it, yeah. Don't worry about me. Google it.
No, your face has just gone white, as if you're on Google.
No, I've got... Oh, shit, yeah, I've got it now. I did wonder at the end why... Well, yeah, okay, fine. And I wondered why that thing was in his bed. Yeah, okay. Fucking hell. Right, sorry about that. Right, okay. Yeah, so tonight our gang of Halloween trick-or-treaters is going to leave 8 jack-o'-lanterns at the site to honour those that were killed in the crash. So the Goonies split up and they go to this elevator which will take them to the bottom of the quarry by the lake. So the witch and the pirate are left behind. So when they finally arrive, they find that the angel, the skeleton and the Martian have all disappeared. And they end up playing a prank so they've all dressed up as the deceased children, and they jump scare the witch, and she is not happy about this. She is very upset about this horrible Carrie-style prank.
That's the exact word that I was thinking. It's very Carrie-esque, isn't it?
So this bit was kind of like watching an old Goosebumps episode or something like that. But also, I've never seen Hocus Pocus, but when Izzy walked through the living room, she was like, "Oh, this looks like it's Hocus Pocus." So I'm assuming it's like very, very similar vibes then.
All set in one night, all suburban with the very autumnal kind of colours, and mostly set nights.
Yeah, so the pranksters begin to realise that this haunted quarry is actually haunted. When are they zombies or are they just ghosts of the deceased children climb out of the water and chase them back to the gates. So the witch gets into the elevator and gets behind the cage, and she's got the key and she refuses to let the other guys in. So she goes up and abandons the rest of them to their fate, which is to be torn to pieces by the ghost children, which you don't see, but you hear it, and it sounds brutal. It sounds awful.
They reminded me of, in Beetlejuice when Juno, the caseworker.
Yeah.
And she's got that bunch of, like, stupid American football thugs, and they're like, "Coach, did we crash? I don't know where we are." And they're just constantly in her ear. And she's like, he's like, "Coach, where's the men's room?" And she's like, "Will you fuck off?"
"I'm not your coach, goddammit," whatever she says.
Yeah, he survived. Yeah.
To me, this reminded me of The Fog.
I can't remember anything about The Fog, really. I need to rewatch that.
Shame.
Is it?
Maybe it's dealer's choice, Dan.
Maybe. We'll see. You do actually hear a Wilhelm scream at this point as well. So as the witch is like running away, in the background it's like, "Ah!" Yeah, so while the witch is running away from all this, we see this mysterious scarecrow dude who we did see during the flashback to the Halloween bus massacre. He was watching the bus go past. Is this the second time he's been in the film? Because I thought he must have been in it somewhere else, but this is the first time I can recall seeing him.
He's in the intro. It's the Principal Wilkins story. As he gives the kids the Halloween, the candy, they walk away, and he gives him...
Oh, yeah.
He gives him a piece of candy.
Oh, of course, yeah,
So,
of course.
But at that point, you don't know who he is. You just think he's a normal kid, just a creepy kid.
Then we've seen him as the bus was going past. So this is the third time we've seen him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And we will see him in the third story. So this is the story of the fairy tale girls. So again, none of this happens straight after each other. This is all interspliced between the whole film. So I'm just going to go over their story arc. So we have in an alleyway behind a diner or a bar, we see this couple who are having sex up against the wall. And while they're in the throes of passion, the woman realizes that she's bleeding, and she concludes that she's been attacked by the dude who is sort of a hybrid between an executioner or the Phantom of the Opera or a vampire, and he's got fangs, basically. He's murdered her in this alleyway. He doesn't reveal his identity just yet. Do you want to say, or do you want to wait till we discover it?
We should wait.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's wait. Yeah, what did you think of this bit? Scary? Not scary?
Very, I Know What You Did Last Summer, right?
Yeah, with the parade.
Vibe of it, yeah.
How awesome was that parade, though, as well?
Yeah, I know, that's what I was thinking.
Like, I've been misled my whole life to believe that Halloween is that awesome everywhere, but I drive around, there's nothing. There's like, people are just not jolly about it. It's very sad.
I liked it because I was like, it was like another, like, because I'd not seen it, another storyline within the film. And I was just looking forward to seeing how it all linked up and stuff,
Yeah.
I didn't know if he definitely was a vampire, because we have seen Supernatural at this point, but nothing too supernatural, So at this point, for me, when I first saw it, he could have been a vampire, or he could be a guy dressed as a vampire. And we will wait and find out.
I was like, oh yeah, it's just a vampire. I didn't even think that it could just be a guy in a costume. How stupid am I?
You don't see him use those teeth as a weapon. Like, she's just bleeding from nowhere.
Yeah.
No, he does. He bites her. He goes down and he kisses like her stomach and her leg and something. And then she doesn't feel the pain, but she's quite hammered, though, isn't she? And then she lifts up her hand, and both of her hands, and then realizes she is quite bloody. And then she stumbles out into the street, begging people for help. And the two people who she begs for help for are the robot and the Zorro guy from the intro. And they look at her, and the guy the robot girl wants to help her, and the guy says, "Leave her alone, she's just drunk." Because then the camera pans over to another group of people who are all covered in blood, fake blood, and they're all drunk or drinking.
But yeah, he wants to get home and have that wank. He's like, come on, I gotta get home quick. Yeah, so we meet these girls, and they are all dressed up as characters from fairy tales. So I'm just going to refer to them as the character they're dressed up as. They got Snow White, Bo Peep, Cinderella, and the main character of these four is Red Riding Hood. So they plan to go to some kind of party, and they all want to pick up dudes as their dates. Red Riding Hood, however, is reluctant to pick anybody up because she tells her friends that she wants her first time to be special. Oh, what a cliche.
Bless her.
Yeah,
Had me as well.
Yeah, me too, actually. Yeah.
The whole thing, I was just like,
oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, completely. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it definitely would do, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Little Red Riding Hood is also played by Anna Paquin, who is in True Blood. So she also comes across vampires and werewolves and other things in that as well. Quite a good horror actor, I'd say. And she's in
got experience.
Scream films as well. Scream 4. I think. She's one of the fake out intros from Scream 4.
Oh God.
Oh, she's just from New Zealand.
Anyway, sorry to break the flow of the chat there, boys.
No, it's okay. It's all right. Yeah, she's like probably one of the biggest stars of this after the two male leads, I suppose.
We'll get a little hint as well. So when her sister knocks on the changing room, because the three of them come out at the same time, they're really confident, they're all dressed up, but Little Red Riding Hood doesn't. So her sister knocks on the changing room door and says, come out, or I'll blow your house down. And then she comes out. Okay. There is one other...
Naughty. You're mixing up two different fairy tales there. You might end up with a different non-denominational Brothers Grimm tale there. But yeah, they both feature the big bad wolf, so...
Yeah. There's also another little nod to what alludes to what we see later on.
Is it the bit where her sister says, my mother always called her the runt of the litter?
No, I didn't pick up on that. There's a different bit.
Yeah. So the older sister says about Red Riding Hood, said, "Oh, my mother always called her the runt of the litter," and I was like, "That's a horrible thing to say." But then, obviously, she means it literally. The litter, literally. Yeah. So they've been picking up these random dudes all night for this party in the woods. They leave Red Riding Hood alone while they just like, yeah, come on, just turn up later on with somebody, anybody. So she's wandering around town aimlessly looking for a man to have her first time with. And we get a couple of these really funny visual gags where she's going to go for this guy in a centaur costume. But then like we see that the guy's girlfriend is playing the second half of the centaur, and I just fuck doing that for a costume. Can you imagine being like that, walking like that all night?
Last weekend, my missus bought some new loungewear / pajamas from Sainsbury's, and they're like massive fluffy ones, and they look really comfortable. And she only had the bottoms on as she walked through, and like she's like, "Oh, I think these look a bit daft." And I was like, "You look like the back half of a horse from a horse." It's just fucking crazy because it did as well. I got a photo, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, and the second visual gag we see is when she notices this svelte-looking barbarian who turns around to reveal that he's actually a woman.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
Incredible
it's like this Rhea Ripley China-looking girl.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, so Red is well, I've got written down here sexually frustrated, but yeah, she's not. So she gets a call from her big sister Cinderella, who has organised a date for her. This guy in a baby costume, and she's like, "Beggars can't be choosers." And again, I didn't know what was happening here, so I was like, "How is Anna Paquin any kind of beggar? Like, look at her." It's like not another teen movie, you know, where like the really ugly girl takes her glasses off and she's beautiful.
Yeah.
There is no world where this Red Riding Hood is a beggar. Yeah, so Red Riding Hood is on her way to the big party, and as she is wandering through the woods by herself, she is being stalked by the hooded phantom vampire dude from earlier, who I guess we're supposed to think at this point is the big bad wolf. So like he attacks her and pins her up against the wall, and he's like, "I'm the big bad wolf." Grrr. And yeah.
When I first saw it, it was just like, yeah, she's gonna get killed by the vampire, like he killed the other guy, the other woman, and that's all I thought really. But then I thought, it's quite a big name, maybe not. But I thought, yeah, so, you're led to believe, and you obviously think she's going to be murdered. Yeah.
Did you twig who the killer, I'll call him the Phantom of the Opera. Did you twig who this Phantom of the Opera dude was at this point? Did you know?
No, that's what I love about this film, because I literally, any twist or anything like that, I just completely missed every single one. And it's been ages since I've watched something like that, where you actually, you know, you watch like Black Mirror or like Inside Number 9 and stuff like that, and you're waiting for a twist and something like that. But this, I was like, right, I'll go in completely blind, and every single one got me. And that's why it was so good, enjoyable. So no, I didn't. Not until his mask comes off.
I didn't either. I thought he was like a big hunky guy because he had like a kind of a hunky jawline, hunky mouth. You know what I mean? He looked tan.
Yeah, he looked like Val Kilmer. In the Batman outfit.
Precisely what I mean. He looked like slightly tanned. He looked tall and broad. He looked kind of buff, and definitely.
No offense to Dylan Baker, but do you think that was him in the costume originally? Before,
I don't know. Maybe
I don't want to make
like
another enemy of the podcast.
Yeah. So at the party where all the girls are at, this corpse falls from a tree wrapped in the red blanket, and Cinderella goes over to check it out, and she unwraps it, and we see that it's the vampire Phantom of the Opera guy in the blanket, and Red Riding Hood has killed him the other way round.
At this point, she hasn't killed him. He's got like a snapped leg, and he's not dead yet.
Yeah, he's mortally wounded, and from where he is, like, he's as good as dead, because this bit now. So Red Riding Hood turns up, and we take his mask off, and we reveal that he is serial killer Principal Wilkins from the start, but he has chosen the wrong victims here, because I thought this was going to be like a witch's Sabbath. I thought they were all going to dance around the bonfire and sacrifice these dudes, but yeah. So all the dates have all been killed, and Wilkins is the only guy afterlife. And we do find out that these girls are actually a pack of werewolves who are about to sacrifice these men to the spirit of Samhain. And what would a mid-2000s horror film be without Sweet Dreams by Marilyn Manson playing over the scene of the gigantic werewolf transformations. They all shed their skin and become these gigantic fucking werewolves and just devour the men.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And vampires, right? They are vampires.
No, I think they're just werewolves. I think Red Riding Hood doesn't transform fully. She does look like something from Dusk Till Dawn. But
this is what I was going to say. They all look like the reference material must have been Dusk Till Dawn style vampires. Did Tom Savini work on this as well? But like when I was watching it, I was like, right, so Dusk Till Dawn, most famous film that's got like that massive twist in. So you see that and you think, oh, nothing will ever get me like that again. Then there was another one this year and I was like, fuck. And then this one got me as well. That's 3 films now that have like pulled the different species.
What was the second
twist.
one? Can you tell me without spoiling it? Would I have seen it?
It was, I think you've both seen it. It's got Jack O'Connell in.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to say it on the pod and like, no spoilers. But yeah, that was the second one. I didn't, because I watched the trailer ages before I went to see the film and I don't like to rewatch trailers. So I completely didn't have a clue what it was about.
With that film, I knew what it was because I had like a Google. Do you ever get like a Google alert update news thing on your phone? And
have you got it set for vampire, surprise vampire film?
No, it just said Sinners, the best vampire film in 10 years or something. I was just like,
oh, fuckers. Who wrote that fucking headline?
I don't know, but I was like, oh, so it's a vampire film then. I just went into it not thinking it was meant to be a surprise or anything, so it didn't really.
Yeah. It was that bit when, I know we're talking about Sinners now, but when Jack O'Connor's like on the run from like the native and then he's like starts burning. I kind of twigged them, but yeah, this film got me completely again with this twist.
Yeah, so that was our werewolf tale of the film. So we come into our final story now, which involves Principal Wilkins' grumpy neighbour that we met earlier, Krieg, played by Hannibal Lecter himself, Professor Brian Cox.
I was just laughing whilst watching this because I was just thinking, like, imagining him playing his character in succession, but in this setting, it was just like 2 completely different fucking things. But yeah, I think it's so sick that he was in this film and like what happens to him, and I assume he was just like up for everything when they were like, we're gonna do this to you now. Then this happens, and he'd be like, sign me up.
Yeah, newcomer to the podcast. I don't think we've had him on any film so far. This is his first film for us.
Yeah, I think so.
I have mentioned Succession in the past though, so one of my mates, old Brian Cox. But yeah,
I saw him. Oh, I tell you what. No, I did watch the other night actually, which I forgot to mention. I watched The Ring, the Naomi Watts version.
She's in that, isn't he? Yeah.
And he turns up in that as well. Yeah, so I'm having like a Brian Cox.
Is he in that? I haven't seen that film in a long ass time.
Yeah, he's the dad of what's her name in the Samara, isn't it? In the
Ring.
Ring.
Ring. No, Ring is her name.
Jill Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Professor Brian Cox plays Krieg, who is this grumpy old hermit dude who is spending Halloween with his dog and a bottle of Jim Beam, which sounds awesome, until he gets his window smashed by a Halloween prankster.
Can I just add in?
Yeah.
Before we carry on with the story, in the first story with Principal Wilkins, right at the end, as he's just about to go in his house, he looks to his right because he hears shouting, and he sees Krieg in his window shouting, help me, but he doesn't quite hear him, and then he goes, screw you, walks through the door, and then we see Krieg just get taken out by, he gets like speared by something inside of his house.
Yeah, so this is where we get our sort of like Pulp Fiction 11-14 views from a different angle of the same events. So Krieg breaks out his Homer Simpson Wonder Bat to go out and deliver some Sting-style vigilante justice to whoever has been pranking his house. And we do see the exchange he had earlier with Wilkins from his perspective through the garden. He's like talking to him through the garden fence like he's in Home Improvement or something like that. And but he's being watched. I've killed Wilson. Oh, it's back to jail for me. Yeah, so Krieg goes into his front garden to find that it has now been littered by jack-o'-lanterns and there is a ghost in his house and in his bedroom. Because I really like the set piece of this room being such like a... So he goes up into his room and he finds this severed hand in his bed, and he finds his walls have been graffitied with trick or treat, and then the entire room lights up with a flaming jack-o'-lantern. Like, it's like the Green Goblin threw a bomb in there.
Bit reminded me of, that episode of The Simpsons where they do The Shining.
Oh, Oh.
Yeah.
And Marge goes in and he's like, she reads a thing that says feeling fine. And then the thunder lights up and then there's writing all over the room. Do you remember that?
No TV and no beer. Make Homer go crazy.
Yeah, which I think is actually such a good reveal. But yeah, very similar to that, right?
So while Krieger's in his room looking around to see what's what, the scarecrow spirit of Halloween that we've seen in the previous sketches slashes his Achilles from under the bed and advances on him with a Stanley knife. So Krieg gets into like a fight chase sequence with this tiny little dude, and he ends up falling down the stairs into all this like candy bars and like hundreds of thousands and all this, like it just looks like this like a delicious cake, these stairs.
Do you know what? I didn't think it was a Stanley knife. I thought it was a chocolate bar with a razor blade coming out of it.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, well, yeah, I guess that's
In
what
the
it is. I thought like he put the
in the spirit.
Yeah, I thought he
like,
put like a Stanley knife blade inside the chocolate bar.
It's from the myth, isn't it? The razor blades inside of chocolate candy bars and stuff. So yeah, sorry.
That bit where he comes downstairs and there's all the sweets and stuff. It's like such a Home Alone trap. Like, you know, is it? What is it? Isn't Home Alone 1 where they run in and they both about to run upstairs and they slip on those little cars? Then is it Marv when he stands on all the Christmas decorations because he's barefoot?
Oh, he's on the baubles.
You know, on the tree baubles and stuff like that.
Yeah, so Krieg gets into a fight with this scarecrow dude, and he manages to get the upper hand, and he takes the scarecrow mask off this thing, and it's this weird little pumpkin demon. It's like the spirit of Halloween, basically. It's a ghost, right? It's like a ghost thing.
I think
I've no idea.
It doesn't really explain it. Essentially, the spirit of Halloween, he is going around ensuring that people are following the rules of Halloween, which I mentioned earlier on, which is always give treats to people, because that comes from the origin of Halloween, where you would leave out treats for the demons and the spirits to keep them away. So that is one of the rules, to give treats out to trick-or-treaters. Another one is you've always got to be in costume. Another one is don't blow out your jack-o'-lantern light, and the other one is check your candy, which is like the more modern one. But his whole thing is he appears on Halloween and he goes around murdering people who are not following the rules and not embracing or celebrating Halloween. So he sees Krieg flicking through the TV channels, not watching anything. He doesn't give sweets out. He hasn't got any decorations. He scares away the children, meaning that he's not giving them sweets or treats, which will come into play towards the end of this part.
Krieg is actually up for watching anything that isn't Halloween related, because every time there's something like a horror film or something, he's like, ugh, and he just turns it back onto like the teleshopping channel where they're just slicing up meat. He's like, I'll just watch this.
he has got a big reason for not liking Halloween, though, which we will find out at the end as well.
Yeah, which I've only just twigged as we've been recording. As any eagle-eared listeners will have noticed. Yeah, what do you think of the way this pumpkin demon looks when they take the mask off it?
I was like, really, again, another bit that surprised me. I was like, oh, we're not going to be able to see under the mask. And then when we did, I was like, what the fuck is that? I genuinely did not know what to expect, because any poster or anything I've seen is always the monster with its mask on, which looks creepy enough as it is. I thought it looked really good. Like, it suited the tone of the film, I thought.
I'm glad it wasn't mud and bugs and rotting flesh. It's just an actual demon-looking thing.
Like,
quite cartoonish, but like doesn't look silly, still looked quite scary, I thought.
That's another thing as well. There's not much CGI in this, is there really?
No, not that.
Which is like
apparently
maybe subconsciously another reason why I liked it.
Apparently all the pumpkins were practical as well, meaning that they had like hundreds of pumpkins and they all stunk. And
really?
On the set, people had to wear masks because they rotted really quickly, especially under the lights and stuff.
I was going to say you'd have to get all your shots done within like a day, because otherwise you'd have to carve another load of pumpkins out.
Yeah.
That's actually mad they did that, to be fair.
My opinion on what's underneath the mask is I don't really like it that much. It's fine, it's okay, and it's only the end of the film. I'd have preferred it if they just didn't take it off.
Yeah.
Or pulled the old Sting, as Dan just mentioned a minute ago, where he takes his mask off and he's got the same mask on underneath. He takes his mask off and he's got face paint on his... Yeah, you get me. But it was okay. I think it could have looked better, but it was fine, you know.
I read it as a demon from hell or wherever that's come to Earth on Halloween, because that's the only time it can transport itself over, and it's wearing a costume like it sees all the humans doing. That's how I chose to read it.
Yeah.
It reminded me of, you know, the alien in Alien Resurrection, the face.
Oh, the hybrid, yeah.
The hybrid, yeah, that's what I was trying to think then.
The newborn, they call it, don't they?
Yeah, it looks like that, which is gross.
So Krieg manages to give it, speaking of Alien, he gives it an eat this shotgun point blank blast, sending it flying across the room. It looks like Chucky. It's this tiny little doll thing flying across the room. It does look pretty good. He unloads another couple of shells into it, but it just reveals that it's just made of like pumpkin juice. It doesn't bleed. So if it doesn't bleed, we can't kill it.
Just to let you know as well, this character, he's called Sam, and he is actually played by Kid. So earlier when the werewolf girls are getting undressed and they're being spied on by like a really young kid, that's the actual actor who plays Sam, the pumpkin sackhead lad all the way through the film.
Sack lad.
Yeah, so we get a good comedy moment now when the pumpkin, what are we going to call him? Sack lad? Sackhead? Baghead?
Sackhead.
Yeah, we get a good moment. We get a good comedy moment when Sackhead's severed hand crawls up to his body like Thing from the Addams Family, and it like wakes him up. It's like, wake up, come on, we've got killing to do, and then it attaches itself to him. It's like, come on, let's get up and do this thing. I thought this was quite funny. This was like something off Evil Dead. This bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
So it stalks Krieg, who is trying to escape, and it's using this Halloween lollipop as its weapon. Like it's taking a bite off this pumpkin lollipop, and it's like got a sharp edge to it. So it walks up to Krieg, who's like trying his best. He smashes this his Jim Beam bottle, and he's like trying to stab it, but this thing is too powerful. And it delivers what I believed again to be a killing blow to Krieg, but it's not. They worked me again. It's another fake out. It's actually hit Krieg in the candy bar that he always keeps close to his heart for just such an occasion. Implying that it was after the candy all along and just trying to shit him up a bit. So yeah.
No.
Cool. What did I miss this time?
Because he goes to stab him, he stabs the candy instead. He lifts it back up to him, and that is essentially him retrieving the candy from him. He has given him the candy, meaning that he has passed the test or he has abided by the rules of Halloween.
I see.
That is essentially him presenting him with a piece of candy.
Okay.
Therefore, he leaves him alone. He eats the candy and walks out, leaving Krieg going like, the fuck?
Okay.
So the rules that he broke earlier, which is why he's trying to kill him, he is basically...
So Sackhead is someone that takes the rules literally, even though Krieg didn't mean to give him that, but because he did, he's like, oh, okay, mate, we'll let you off.
He takes
Technically, you've passed it to me.
He takes the rules as seriously as Randy from Scream.
Yeah, so Krieg has apparently learned his lesson, and when he gets trick-or-treated later in the evening, he's nice and he gives the kids candy instead of scaring them. And he's all bandaged up from his his escapades. And one of the kids is like, nice mummy outfit you've got, Mr. Krieg. Yeah, so Krieg looks out at Halloween and he sees all the characters from the previous sketches returning home after their fucked up nights. He sees the witch, he sees the couple from earlier, and this is where we find out what happened to the couple from earlier. Yeah, she blows out the candle, and that is the reason why she was murdered. The sackhead runs off towards them, and the events of the start of the film play here. I thought that was going to be the end, but we do get one final scene when Krieg is visited by the ghosts of the children from the bus who trick or treat him. Now, Paul, do you want to tell us what the big twist was at the end of this? Because I just completely went over my head.
Yeah, so first of all, like you just said, we see all the characters from throughout the film. So you see the robot, I'm just going to call them the robot couple. You see the robot couple, the witch girl walk across the road. She nearly gets hit by a car, which is full of the werewolf girls. And we have Dylan Baker in his garden, and it's all from the point of view of Krieg. So Krieg is burning photos in his fire, and he gets a knock at the door, and obviously he's trying to keep within the rules of Halloween. He goes to answer the door, and it is the 8 zombie children from the bus story, and they are all there for revenge because they have been awoken earlier on by the stupid bully kid and her friends, and they have come back to get vengeance on Krieg, who is the bus driver from that crash who murdered those children. I mean, you could put it together just by seeing that they've come to get him, but it does show show the photo of the bus driver with the kids fall into the fire, showing that it is him. Also, Brian Cox has got a fake nose throughout this film. He's got like a long tip on the end of his nose, if you hadn't noticed, to make him look more like an older version of the bus driver.
Well, apparently I didn't notice fucking anything in this film, so yeah, I completely went over my head. So yeah, that's the film ends there with all the evildoers being punished and a lot of non-evildoers being punished for minor infractions which they didn't deserve. Yeah, what do you think of this one? Wrap us up.
I'll give you a quick one because I've seen it plenty of times and I've already told you. It's so much fun. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It is just the absolute epitome of what Halloween is. Just insanity, costumes, parties, folklore, and just leaves everywhere. Leaves. Just it's perfect. It's great, and it's an hour and 22 minutes long, and you can stick it on in the background. You can watch it every year if you want to. It's just great. It's awesome. 10 out of 10 for the type of film it is. Absolutely. Obviously, it's not one of my favourite films ever, but it's a really good film. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, pretty much same as what you said. And again, because I'd never seen it, every twist and shock got me, which has been a while since I've watched something that did that. But it just nails exactly what it wants to be, I think.
Yeah.
There was not any bit in it when I was like, oh, this is like boring me, or it's also Brian Cox in it. He just makes it so much better. Then he's got to go through so much pain. I think for what it is, it's 10 out of 10 film. Again, it's perfect for what it is. It's great. It's just good fun, and like you said, it's what Halloween should be about.
Yeah, I'm pretty much with you. It's I think visually it looks amazing. Like some of the effects, like that werewolf transformation scene, I thought was just spot on. And I'd love to be in at a Halloween party or out in a bar at Halloween, and this would be what I would play on the big screen, just silently while the music's playing. But the visuals in this would add to the background. I love the Halloween feel of it and everything. Yeah, it's a good choice. Yeah,
I'm very happy you both liked it because I was watching it last night in preparation for this, and a couple of times I was thinking, I wonder if they'll like this that much, because it's like I love it, but maybe they might think it's a bit shit, a bit cheesy. But
what was your favourite story in it?
My favourite story is Principal Wilkins.
So
I love the fact that at the end of the film, when it shows all the characters together, his son is wearing a costume of his dad, so he's got the shirt and tie, and he's got the blood coming down here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's just like, I think that they could make a spin-off of that story, of what happened to his mum, and just make it in the very, very same kind of style as this, but like maybe like an hour and 20 minutes long, a good spin-off. That's my favourite. My least favourite is the children, the ghost bus children one. Not massively keen on that one.
I love the story of the bus driver and all that. I think that's really good. If that had been maybe just about them, but I'm the same as you, like the Principal Wilkins story was so good. And obviously Dylan Baker's
great, isn't he?
I'm the other way around. The Principal story was my least favourite.
What?
Oh, really?
And the ghost children was my favourite. Yeah, I love that one.
Fucking hell, no way.
Yeah, I love the the legend story of what happened, and then I loved that legend coming back to life to get the main characters that were there, and I just thought it was very effective. I loved the bit where the ghost children were stalking towards the real children, and even though you didn't see what happens, it left me with a very strong impression of what did happen. I thought it was really good. I'd shout out to the werewolf transformation scene as well. That was
that was great. Yeah.
So good.
Do you know what I've only just realised though? You could actually probably edit this film into two films. One of them would be the ghost children story and the Brian Cox story at the end. You could edit them into like a 40-minute long film, and then the other two as well. So that Dylan Baker being a murderous, grooming father who then goes out to go and kill a woman, but then runs into a pack of werewolves. So those two could be stuck, because the other two, they cross over more than the other two cross over. You know what I mean?
You could have it on a VHS with both films on.
Yeah.
Or like a twin box set with your edit of the Truman Show.
Yeah. Maybe if I ever get around to getting some editing software, I can give it a crack. Like, you know what I mean?
Paul, have you got any trivia for us regarding this film? I imagine there is tons of it.
I do. Play the jingle. At around 9 minutes, the kid with a lollipop in his mouth who peeks in on the girls in the changing rooms when they're trying on Halloween costumes is Quinn Lord, who plays Sam throughout the rest of the movie. If I hadn't already mentioned it, that would have blown yours minds. The performers under the masks playing the kids on the school bus all have real disabilities or injuries, and they apparently had a blast during the shoot. Their costumes were inspired by a mix of photos from Ralph Metyard and Diane Arbus capturing real mentally disabled children on Halloween in their own homemade costumes. That's fucking fascinating.
Diane Arbus is one of my favourite photographers. She's got some proper good pictures. Just have a look. Take a look.
These might be the ones I was talking about. Can I quickly check?
Yeah, she's got a photo of
Halloween photos.
Is it
These are the photos that I was talking about earlier. With like the whole...
Yeah, have you seen the one? Is the giant one coming up there? Type giant after. It's such a good photo. You have a look as well, Dan.
These photos are
He's in like the living room with his mum and dad. Such a good photo.
Oh god, yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
He looks like Jaws from James Bond.
He does, doesn't he?
And I think she took a photo of some twins, and I think the twins in The Shining are based on one of her photographs. That could be wrong. I think I heard that somewhere though.
It comes
but
up.
yeah, her photos are so good.
I mean, I've
could
got a photo
definitely
of these twins
imagine
up now, and if those twins from The Shining aren't based on this, then I would be very surprised.
Yeah. But yeah, she's such a good photographer.
They look like the twins from League of Gentlemen.
yeah.
Chloe and Radcliffe.
These photos are stunning. Like, they're so good. I'm gonna proper have a look at these.
Yeah. You can just stare at them for hours. But yeah,
they're amazing. Yeah. There were 18 drafts of the script, and one theme that crept in along the way is the idea that each of the stories represents a different stage of a person's experience with Halloween. The first story with Dylan Baker and his son is about how you're introduced to the holiday. The second one with the kids is you and your friends roaming around without parents for the first time. The one with Anna Paquin and her friends is Halloween in your 20s when it's about sex. And the final story is Brian Cox in your twilight years. It's the Scrooge of Halloween.
Yeah, makes sense.
Anna Paquin's character Laurie is named after Laurie Strode. They couldn't use any recognisable candy wrappers because all of our candy in this film is either poisoned or filled with razor blade. And had to create their own instead, which was kind of fun because we came up with stuff like Big Fudge Log, Michael Dougherty revealed. At around 1 hour in, there's a voice cameo from James Marsden on the TV talking about the history of Halloween candy. That would be, I reckon, because Bryan Singer was like a producer in this, I think, and he's best buds with James Marsden. So let's not talk about those two. Characters from each story are frequently seen in the background of stories they are not involved with. This is to help piece together the chronology of the movie. Yeah, obvious, but a fair bit. Might not be obvious to Dan.
Nothing in this film was obvious to me. I was blindsided by it all.
At around 32 minutes in the School Bus Massacre Revisited, a 1958 Plymouth Fury from the movie Christine can be seen. An obvious nod to the John Carpenter movie and the Stephen King novel. Brian Cox wore a wig and prosthetics because he wanted to look like John Carpenter. Okay. The fight scene between Sam and Krieg involved an 8-year-old stunt performer as well as an adult stunt woman. Okay. The opening credits includes artwork from various members of the team. There are also childhood photos from various cast and crew. I'll tell you what, there's loads. I'll skip down to the spoilers for a last couple of little ones for you. The candy bar that Sam uses to attack the old man is the same candy bar that he got from the principal earlier in the movie. At around 17 minutes, the principal put the razor blades in the chocolate bars he handed out, so he was poisoning them. And Brian Cox added wheezing to his breathing during his segment, leading to Michael Dougherty to add it to the flashback sequence of the bus driver crawling out the lake. Ooh, I didn't know that.
All right, I get it. The director made it fucking obvious, right? To everyone but me. Right. Okay.
There are absolutely bloody loads here, so I'm going to read you the last one. When the girls are buying their costumes, Danielle tells her date to meet them at Sheep's Meadow. This foreshadows their later reveal as werewolves, as it plays from the idiom, a wolf in sheep's clothing. And that's your trivia. There's loads more if you ever want to look it up. And if I was just chilling on my own after the film, like I used to do that every time after every film, just go through all the trivia. There you go.
I think
guys.
as we've mentioned before, after every film we used to go on the IMDb message boards and have a great time on those things. I miss them so much.
I miss it. Yeah, it's so good, so crazy.
Yeah, well, that was Trick or Treat. Thank you for choosing that, Paul. I know it wasn't dealer's choice,
yes.
but yeah, wise choice.
I'm just glad you both liked it, to be honest. That's all. If anything that we get out of this, it's just that you two both like this film and you can add it to your Halloween movie list. You can watch it every year.
Well, it'd be going on my letterbox. I've been waiting before I put it on because I didn't want you two to know what I thought. I'm actually so glad I've managed to watch it now.
I might actually get on Letterboxd. I know Dan's blagged me about doing it for a long time and it seems fun. It seems like something I would like. Maybe I'll go on it later.
Right, we will see you next time for James's Dealer's Choice episode, The Vanishing. I am so hyped for that. I cannot wait to watch it.
Yeah, baby.
Me too.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, if you enjoyed this episode, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/darktalkpod. You'll find all our bonus episodes and all our extra content on there. Dark Talk Files, where me and Paul are covering every single episode of the X-Files, as well as our Black Mirror side project. And it's currently all free, so there's no charge. So get on over there. If you like what you see, give us a listen, like, and subscribe. And yeah, maybe throw us a couple of bucks. We'll see you next time, everybody. Happy Halloween, goodbye, and good night.
Good night.
Happy Halloween.